What's up, guys? Jay on the Segway. I'm going to show you guys an unboxing of the new DJI Action5Pro. I know, I'm late to the game. But let me show you guys something, all right? Everybody has a different perspective on how to use these cameras. Me, I like to moto vlog, I like to scooter vlog, I like to use my Action 4 for work vlogs. At the time of this recording, I've already been using the Action5Pro. I just been kind of like just running through its paces, trying to make sure that I got enough information on it before I release a video. Kind of hard working a full-time job and doing all of that. So let me show you guys some of the accessories that I've bought with my Action5Pro. These are my accessories. You guys don't need to go out and buy them. This is just what I bought based off of my use cases. The Samsung 512 gigabyte. This is a 130 megabyte per second SD card. I bought this one, or it reads up to 180, but writes up to 130. Then we got the Action5Pro right here in this box. I'm going to show you guys the content. This is the adventure package, so you guys are going to get a bunch of adventure combo stuff related to it, like 2 extra batteries. It's going to come like a little exoskeleton kind of thing that you can use to mount it sideways, vertically, and you can mount it obviously horizontally. And there's so much to this, guys. It's not as simple. I went and bought this right here. So what this is going to do, it's going to clip onto the side door of your Action5Pro. This is the Action 4, by the way. This will allow you to mount lights. I know the Action5Pro has really good low light performance, but sometimes you might need a little extra light. Like if you're vlogging at night and it's really, really low light, but you want to still be seen in your video and you got your selfie stick with your camera on it and you're vlogging yourself, this will allow you to attach the light to your Action 5 and other things. It's basically a cold shoe mount. I'll show you guys how they look on the camera. And then I got something in here. So let me tell you guys something real quick. Me personally, if you guys never used the Insta360 Ace Pro cameras or the X4 or the X3, Insta360 has a quick release system. It's magnetic. I prefer their system over GoPros and DJI's. It's just a much better, for my use case, mount system. So I went and got this small rig right here. So basically, if you guys want to see, take another look. It's a DJI system, right? But the bottom here, on the bottom of this thing here, let me show you guys. People be driving by with really loud music. This mount right here has a 1/4-inch thread hole on the bottom. And I'm going to show you what I'm using that for. You see this? This right here is very important for me because if you look at my Action 4, I have the same thing pretty much, a Ulanzi brand, right? So I have this little quick release mount for and then this part right here, this is from Insta360. You guys see this very lower part here, this little thin piece? That's Insta360's quick release base plate. And so this allows me to use Insta360 mounts. Boy, that Action 4 be getting that work. So basically what you guys just witnessed, but you didn't witness, was my Action 4. When I went like this thing went straight out of my hands, hit the ground, tumbled and rolled. Very durable camera. Okay, you can expect the 5 to be just as durable. All right, so check this out. This mount right here, it says E-Magazine, but this is an Insta360 style quick release mount, okay? It's the little magnetic quick release. It allows me to use my Action 4s or any of my DJI cameras with the Insta360 mounts. And I like the Insta360 mounts because you see, if you have gloves on, you see that clearance between the camera and the actual release mounts right here, the release clips. I have that clearance in case I have like something like bulky, bulky gloves on, and then boom, I just release it and it's done. So I have nothing but Insta360 mounts on all my stuff, like all my accessories from my tripods, everything Insta360. Something I definitely recommend you guys to get. You guys know what's in here? The DJI Mic 2. Now you do not need to buy the receiver and 2 microphone combo. You can literally buy only 1 receiver, which is going to be, only 1 transmitter, which is just a microphone. But for me, because I like to use 1 microphone for my DJI camera and the other microphone, which is right in my shirt right here, for my Sony camera that I'm recording this part of the video on. And everything, this is a charging box. This thing has its own power. So every time you put your microphone or your transmitter in here, it's going to charge it up. So you can buy the Mic 2. Like I said, the other microphone is in my shirt being used for this video, but you can just get one of these. You can buy just a single transmitter. It'll come with a wind muff and you can use it for your Action 5. I'm gonna make a video showing you guys if you wanted to use these cameras for vlogging, what that setup would look like when it comes with audio and the cameras themselves. It's going to be sort of a basic layout just to kind of give you guys a visual on how how a vlogging setup would look like with each camera, from the GoPro to the Insta360 Ace Pro and to the DJI Action 4 and Action 5 cameras. Pretty much the same thing. I'm not even gonna have them individually because they're the same camera, kind of, sort of, when it at least comes to that type of stuff. So anyways, let's go on ahead and unbox everything and show you guys what it looks like. The Action 4 and the Action 5's battery door, because that's what you're gonna replace. Basically press this button here, slide it up, and you pull it out and it comes, and you got the battery door and your SD card. So here is the replacement door, and you're always looking for that metal piece right here. It's like a little metal rod. You want it to always loop in from here. I don't know if you guys can see that. You just basically snap it in. Okay, you heard that good snap, and then you close it. Boom shakalaka. Now, if you guys have any sort of a microphone system, you got a cold shoe mount right here, and to release it, you just push up on the door here, and it comes out. Now this is a DJI product. You see you got the little soft buffer right here to push up against the battery. This is going to maintain your waterproof rating of 33 feet. So if you guys are worrying about, oh, is it going to compromise my waterproofness? Absolutely not. However, space, unless your light is waterproof, if you want to use like a little small light, like a GoPro's little light or whatever, the LED light that they have, unless you use something like that that is waterproof up to a certain rating, you'd have to check the packaging. If you guys want to use a Rode microphone system and you want to slide the receiver up in here, your Rode system is not going to be waterproof, so keep that in mind when you're talking about waterproof options. But this is the other part that same package comes with. You can use this if you have the cage. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This little cage right here, I call this like a little exoskeleton. All you gotta do is easy to put on. Find the record button on the camera, find the record button on the actual cage. The camera will always slide into the cage from the front. You see, this is the front of the camera right here. You're just gonna back it in. It's like backing that ass up. Boom, inside the exoskeleton. And this exoskeleton is actually pretty dope. I don't use it, but it's dope. This right here is if you want to use the exoskeleton, you snap this magnetically to the side, and you can put your microphone system here, a boom microphone. If you have a USB boom microphone, which I do, I could show you that, but not in this video. My Rode receiver is being used with the camera that I'm recording with right now, but I can put the receiver right here, and then boom, if you drop the door back here, you can have a USB-C port, or you can get, there's adapters, there's all kinds of things that can go with this camera, guys. It does come with a selfie stick, my guys. In case you guys didn't know, there is a selfie stick in here. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be really, really honest with you, I had no idea this thing had a selfie stick with it. Oh, this thing is solid, my guys. This thing feels really, it's a nice rubbery silicone type of texture on the bottom here. And you have just your regular, I'm sure the butterfly screw is up in here somewhere, and you got a 1/4 inch stud on the bottom with a lanyard loop in case you guys want to put a lanyard on it. This is really, really nice. This is a pressurized selfie stick. You know, guys, sometimes with selfie sticks, you have to open them and twist them to lock them. This is not one of those types, which I actually really like. This is a pressure system. Okay, enough of that. We got the Dji Action5Pro. We're gonna pull that out of here. Now, as far as this lens cover go, I could make that in a separate video, but I have a Telesin CPL filter. I like putting CPL filters over my actual regular lenses, because you can see these things will fall and break. So this is like an extra layer of protection for your camera, but they do fit over the Action 5's lens. Let me show you. Now, the Action 5, in case you guys did not know, like I said, if you know, I apologize. I don't want to insult your intelligence. There is a rubber cover over the lens, over the edge of this lens. We'll see if this fits over. It does not. So you have to take this rubber cover off, and then you can take the CPL filter. Remember, this is a Telesin, and you can slide it over the lens. And it has the same sort of resistance as it does with the Action 4. And then boom, shakalaka. This part right here, this is a helmet mount. DJI will supply you with a helmet mount. Let me show you guys what that looks like. You guys can see it's a curve mount. Okay, you motorcyclists, all right guys, all right, okay. And it's got the little piece right here, and this is what that second butterfly screw is going to be for, to go onto this helmet mount. This can go for bicycle helmets, but guys, use your common sense. It's a curve mount, so you'll place it on the curvy part of a helmet, whether that be the mouth of your helmet, whether the top of your helmet, but that's what this is for. And you got the DJI magnetic system, which it feels okay, but here's the problem I have, guys. You ready? You ready? You ready? If you have gloves on, you're motorcycling, you're riding your motorcycle or your bicycle and you got gloves on, you're trying to pinch. That came off easy because it wasn't there and snapped in. You have to pinch. You got to try to squeeze your fingers in here to pinch it. And if this butterfly is screwed in, God forbid the butterfly is at that point right there, and now you're trying to get your finger past it to get to the mounts, okay? When you're motorcycling and you're motovlogging, you need more precise touching. Your touch has got to be a little more precise, or you're going to be fiddling with your helmet, and that's more attention off the road. So that's something to keep in mind if you guys want to use the DJI's mount magnetic system while motovlogging. That's why I told you guys, for me, I like to use this little mount right here. I'll use the Ulanzi or the small rig. There's a lot of companies that make these base plates for the Insta360 where it has a 1/4" thread on the bottom. And then this Insta360's quick release mount, this base plate for the Insta360 quick release system, will just screw right into that 1/4" thread. And then I can snap that thing on to any Insta360 mount system, but I have that space, okay? I have that space for my fingers to pinch. I can feel the nipples on the actual release mount, and I can pinch them and release this camera very, very quickly. So, okay, so we got the Action 5, and I could just put this over the Action 4 lens, assuming it'll fit. You do have the USB-C to USB-C cable, which you guys want to keep that on standby because you're gonna always need that. Okay, so real quick, we're almost to the end, guys. Right here is another DJI mount. It's this right here. That's what's inside of here. So we're gonna get this out the way. Now, this right here, one of my favorite things about the DJI system is the battery charger. This is a fast charger. This is also a battery charger like your cell phone. So let's just say I want to charge my cell phone, and that you take that USB-C cable because this is a USB-C phone, right? So let's say my phone's battery's dead or is dying, but I have a bunch of DJI batteries in here. I'm gonna show you guys something interesting because the battery capacity of my phone is a lot larger than the battery capacity in this single battery in this little case right here. But you can use this to charge your cell phone. I'm gonna plug this in. The USB-C port is right here on the side. Obviously, it's very simple. Basically, this button in the middle here will tell you how much energy is in the batteries by color: yellow, red, and green. Green means it's probably 80% plus. Yellow probably means it's between like 30 and 60 or 30 and 80%. And then red is gonna be low, anything below 30%, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. So we got one battery in that thing. You guys seen that? We're gonna go on ahead and see if my phone starts charging when I plug it in. Yep, there it is. Starts charging, 81%. Yeah, so any other videos that I put out with this camera is going to be just basically footage of the camera. I'm not going to get into specs and all that stuff, guys. There's so many videos out there right now with people talking about the specs of this camera. I'm just not doing it. It's too much work and it's already been done multiple times. I'm just going to show you guys certain kind of videos. So one of my next videos is going to be me showing you guys how to add telemetry data. If you guys have a Garmin watch or whatever, or any kind of a Garmin GPS device that can record your activities, I'm going to show you guys how to put that telemetry data, if that's something you're into your DJI Action 4 and Action 5 footage. I want you guys to know something, that when it comes to telemetry data, the Action 4 and the Action 5 can be used with Apple Watches, Garmin devices, whether it's a Garmin watch or Garmin bike computer. You can record yourself on your activity, and then the same timestamp of your recording, if you take the Action 5 and you start to record yourself while you're recording at an activity on your Apple Watch or your Garmin device, you can get the telemetry data from your Garmin device, whether you have a heart rate monitor on, if you're on your bicycle, like I have my gravel bike. I have my gravel bike right here. I have a wheel sensor right here, a Garmin speed wheel sensor. I have that over here, and I have a power meter right here on my handlebar. So with that, I can get all that information, your power, your cadence, if you're walking, if you're running, your cadence, all that stuff from your Garmin devices. If you have a heart rate monitor on, the heart rate monitor information, you can put all that stuff, all that data in your DJI Action 4 and Action 5 Pro video footage. So those will come in separate videos, okay? I got a couple things I got lined up for you guys. Guys, the DJI Mic 2, I get it. Some people want to just go a little bit cheaper. The Mic 2 is so worth it, guys. It is such a versatile microphone system. I always recommend anybody, even if you're using it with a cell phone, just get them. And if you can get it with the receiver, I highly recommend it. It's worth its weight in gold. So worth it. Oh, you guys, check this out. If you guys, this is me, I'm just gonna show you what I do, okay? You ain't gotta do this, but this is what I do. I do this with all my cameras, actually. My GoPros, all my cameras, I like to take a Sharpie, And I like to label them so that I understand which battery is the first one, which one is the second one, which one is the third one. So like, let me show you the guys, my Action 4 batteries, for example, right? Which, by the way, the Action 5 batteries will fit in the Action 4 battery case. Let me show you. I'm gonna take one of my batteries out of the Action 4 case. Oh no, this is the Action 5 case. Here's my Action 4 battery case, right? And these are both fast charging cases. I'm gonna take the Action 4 battery and put it in the Action 5. It reads and everything. Well, the Action 5 battery go in the Action 4 case in charge. We have the Action 4 batteries. You guys can see that. I mean, we have the Action 5 battery. Action 5 batteries will say, they'll have the numbers. Jesus Christ, Sony, what is your deal, player? 1950, it says it on here. Okay, you guys see it? There you go. Will it go in the Action 4 fast charging case? Yep, it reads. So this DJI is a saint for this. The compatibility, so you don't have to buy new accessories for the cameras, is dope. And that is probably why they're gonna have higher sales than everybody else, because they're thinking about stuff that people actually care about. People don't wanna have to buy all new batteries because there's a new ecosystem. So since I know that the Action 5 batteries have the capacity on the top, I'm going to use Roman numerals on these batteries so I know which one is going to be my oldest, and that's what I'm going to do. I like to rotate my batteries. So battery number 1 is going to be in the camera first for the first time. That's going to be the maiden battery. Battery number 2 is the battery that I'm going to put in next when that first battery runs out, and I'll rotate my batteries like this. This is how I keep track of, okay, my batteries are evenly used, so I know that they're all about the same age when it comes to charge cycles and use cycles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have to write it on the top. They have to be visible. For me, this is the way I do it. I gotta have them visible from the top so that I can see when I open up the case, okay, there's battery number 2, there's battery number 1, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. So, and I'll label my batteries just like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. We got a little bit of a challenge here with the lighting. Maybe I'll turn the Loon Cube light on and you can see it better, and you might be able to. There it is, focus, minimum focus distance. So you guys can see I got 1, 2, and 3. So I label all of my batteries, no matter which camera it is, if I have multiple batteries, just so I know which battery is next. So if I have battery number 3 in my camera, I know I'm looking for battery number 1. And the DJI's Action 4's battery, I just wrote the actual numbers on because they don't have the capacity written on this side of the battery. So just something for you guys in case you guys are just needing little ideas on little things. I'm your idea guy. I always be thinking about little stupid stuff like that. But anyways, let me go ahead and put all this stuff away, and I'm gonna edit the video, upload it so you guys can watch it. Oh, and by the way, the microphone you guys are hearing me on is that Comica VM10 that I showed you guys with the little cold shoe mount that I installed on the side of the Action 5. You're hearing me on that microphone. The gain on the actual camera is set to 0 gain. Now the gain range goes all the way to plus 30. It's a huge range. Plus 30 on the gain and then minus 20. So this is just within arm's reach right now. And I did it on, I put the gain on 0, and then I turned the Comica has a digital mode. It's digital and analog. You put it on digital when you connect the microphone via USB-C cable. If you're using the 3.5mm cable, then you use the analog mode. And then they have like a little gain knob on the actual microphone. Now this is a non-powered microphone, by the way. The microphone gets its power from the device you plug it into. I could make a video on that too, but this is the microphone you're hearing me on right now. This is how it sounds. It's got the wind muff on it. Pretty legit, right? All right. Turn it on for the first time. This is the first thing you see. What language you want? I want English. Device name. Scan this to download the DJI Mimo app, okay? Just remember I told you guys, when you see QC codes, you get your phone, your Android phone, you pull down until you see this menu. Then you want to look for QC code, which is for right here, scan QC code. Can you guys see it? All right, I'm gonna click on it. It's gonna open up my camera. I'm gonna put that QC code up, open the link. And it's probably gonna take me to the download the DJI Mimo app, which I already have. So look, it just shows you how to use it, pro, beginner, etc., etc., etc. And then on the very bottom, you see Instagram. You got the download light cut, and then you got the download DJI store app. You don't need to download any of those necessarily, but you want to make sure you go to DJI's website and download the DJI Mimo app. While the phone is on, I'm going to skip this process, connect to the DJI Mimo app to latest firmware version and discover more features. So I'm going to confirm. reset data and time. Okay, you can set whatever time you want, but I'm gonna set the actual date. So we're gonna get that done. Quick start guide. So it gives you a quick start guide. I'm gonna exit because I already know how to use this. Swipe left, swipe right. Now, how do you know if there's an update on this? So I did the tutorial, and this is where we're at right now, okay? Let me turn this light off. Okay, so this is where we're at. So how do I know if there's an update on this camera? Well, you gotta get the DJI Mimo app, okay? I'm already signed in. If you guys have never used the DJI Mimo app, you have to make a login, email, and look, see? The Action 4 has a new update. Look at that, looky. Added support for using the Action Extreme Battery Plus. So this is going to allow me to use the Action 5 battery with the Action 4, and then support for using the Action multifunctional charging handle, which is something new. That is going to be a new charging handle, like a selfie stick that DJI has released. So we're going to download it. So let me tell you guys something. So when your Action 5 or Action 4 or any of the Action cameras have an update, when you open up the DJI Mimo app, remember you have to be signed in. I usually just tell it to remember me so I don't have to log in every time I click on a DJI Mimo app. But every time you open a Mimo app, if you have a camera within Wi-Fi range, it found my Action 4 before it found the Action 5, it'll tell you, hey, I got an update that I want to install on your camera. And then you're just going to click OK. So let me show you guys. It stopped at 50%. You guys can see, right? So now we got the Action 4 on. Download new firmware. I don't do the automatic downloads. I like to see what it's going to offer me before I download it, but I'm going to hit install. Device is not connected. So we're going to hit connect, right? And it's searching, and now it finds the Action 4 and the Action 5. We're going to hit the Action 4 because there's updates for the Action 4. Then we're going to hit install. Okay, now it's going to ask me this. Let me show you guys the other things that it's going to ask you before you get started with the camera. It'll ask you the DJI refresh plan, okay? You can pick a 1-year plan or a 2-year plan. This, I kind of recommend. They tell you got 30 days to do this, okay? Purchase and bind within 30 days of product activation. So if you guys want to think about it, you can go back and think about it. I don't want to click any one of these because I don't want it to try to charge me for anything, but we'll just do it. We'll just click it anyway. 2-year plan, let's see what it says. I'm sure it's going to charge you, but how much is the question? So $29, okay? That's not bad, guys. That's not bad. I would probably do it. And it tells you what it covers. Four low-cost replacements, water damage and collision coverage, 3-day average replacement time, free 2-way shipping for replacement, and global service and support. Okay, and you get 1% DJI credit reward for it. So, I mean, they give you a couple little schematics on the type of things that it's going to cover. It says screen damage, water damage, cracking and deformation, natural wear. DJI's care program, I heard, was pretty good. So you can make that choice. I'm not going to make that choice right now, but I may actually get this. It's $29. You really can't beat that. So we're going to skip that for now. Action 5 feedback. So go to the questionnaire. We'd like to invite you to answer a few questions. Basically, guys, I'm not going to go through all of this. When you guys activate your camera, you just go through this, do the questionnaire. They're gonna probably ask you questions on the presentation and how does the camera look? Does everything seem to work properly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know what they're gonna ask, I'm just guessing. But just go on and go through it. You don't need me to show you this, guys. This is basically just, hey, this asking you questions and you're pressing it, okay? It's just real simple. So without further ado, with that being said, that's all I got.